Welcome back, everybody. SANWA Review Week continues, and we got something really interesting for you today. It is the PM33A Hybrid multimeter from SANWA. That's right, it is a multimeter and a clamp meter all in one. And boy, is it small. Let's take a look. By the way, a big shout out to all the dads out there. It is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. This one's for you. Let's take a look at the contents. First of all, shall we? It ships in a really nice translucent box. You actually have a picture inside the box of the meter you are getting. Well protected, nice and easy, breezy. Shipping works for me. I like that. Here we have our SANWA manual. Once again, this is a newspaper style fold-out manual. Instruction sheet, it's in Japanese and English. Nice diagrams, very thorough. Nicely done. And finally, as always with SANWA, you do get this small calibration certificate just telling you that this meter has been tested and calibrated at the SANWA factory. First impressions with this diminutive little hybrid. Wow, this is something you don't see every day. I don't even think there's another multimeter or clamp meter, for that matter, that is anywhere near this in terms of the overall look and functionality. This thing is tiny but so well built. It is solid. Doesn't come across on screen, but it is really a solid little instrument. Not only that, if you look at the overall design, SANWA was definitely thinking out of the box once again. They have done everything possible to conserve space, but at the same time, they've done a lot of interesting things to this meter. This is one of the big, how can I put it? A really nice touch. Now, a lot of clamps, you have a clamp, looking at it, it's down, sitting horizontal. That's your view. Look what SANWA did. There's our clamp. We'll get more into that in a minute, but pull it out. Wow. Wow and wow. That clamp actually acts as a tilt stand. Adjustable, you can have it pretty well at any angle your little heart desires. This is some great versatility and functionality. I mean, wow, somebody was really thinking. I absolutely love this feature. How many times do I wish that clamps had a small little tilt stand coming out on the back? Well, because this is a hybrid, because it does more than just clamping, you know what? They really got this, nailed this one on the head, 100%. Beauty. Let's take a closer look at that current sensor. Now, it is a small clamp. In fact, if we look at the diameter on this, take out my digital caliper and let's just take a look at the inside diameter. And we're looking at around 9.9, about 10 millimeters. That's it. That's all. Really small. An average style clamp, and even this is a small clamp. Look at that, about 33 millimeters. So very tiny clamp. Now, this can be problematic. There might be situations or scenarios where you're just not going to be able to use this clamp because the width is small. So take that into consideration. Fit functionality wise, this thing is top notch. In fact, I cannot really think of any other meter that is better made than this one. At least on the exterior, it is amazingly well done. It feels extremely quality, and everything about it is just amazing. You've got the soft touch buttons, which, although small, very tactile, have a really nice responsiveness to them, as you'll see shortly. The reel for the leads, really well thought out. Once again, it's you know, nothing earth-shattering here. It's basically you're twisting the leads around that reel, but it just, the way it all connects and hooks in, it's just so simple and it just works so well. And speaking of the test leads themselves, gorgeous. You know, once again, I'm going on about my SANWA test leads. I just love these things. Very long. These are full-size leads. And look at the tips, gold-plated tips. Definitely going to help over the long run, and in terms of accuracy, I mean, wow, SANWA thinks of everything. And something else that really is hard to come across on camera is the fact that the body itself, the real mechanism is not a hard, solid plastic. It's much more soft, almost like a boot. Very, very unusual, but I mean, just it's going to help. If you accidentally drop this meter, these sides are going to protect it somewhat, so it's acting as a boot itself. It just overall amazingly done. And let's take a look at that tilt stand once again. Up and down, up and down. No, I'm not doing Pilates, but I'm telling you, this meter excites me. Let's take a closer look at the selector switch itself, starting at the off position. Going to the right one place brings us into clamp mode, 100 amps AC/DC, as well as frequency and duty cycle. Volts AC/DC with frequency and duty cycle. Resistance, continuity, and diode. Capacitance. Moving to the top, we have our soft touch buttons, the blue select switch, followed by the range, max min, frequency, duty cycle, rel, and finally our data hold. The Hybrid PM33A is a meter of 6s. It is a 6600 count meter. In terms of resistance, it will measure up to, you guessed it, 66 mega ohm. And for capacitance, any ideas out there? Yeah, that's right, 66 millifarad. Worth mentioning is the color scheme as well. Very easy on the eyes. I really can't describe it per se. Kind of pastelish, kind of, I don't know, but you know, it's not boring at all. It's really got a nice look to it. Very easy on the eyes, and overall, very, very pleasant. Very Japanese. On the back of the meter itself, it does say Tokyo, Japan, but take that with a grain of salt. This meter is actually made in China. Alrighty, let's turn it on for the first time, shall we? And we are greeted with a lot of sweetness. Yeah, now there is no backlight on this meter, so really contrast is paramount in terms of the overall visibility. I gotta say, this works really, really nicely. No issues here. Nice small fonts, but very crisp, very SANWA style, easy on the eyes. It does have an auto shut off. It will shut off, power down automatically within 10 to 15 minutes. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, and you know what? I tend to agree. Giving an overall idea of the scale of the PM33A, you can see it is really dwarfed by most of the meters here. Yeah, compared to the Happel's Test HT118A, really small. Pretty well on par with the DT830 style series of meter. And once again, it's smaller, much smaller than the XL830L clone, which is really a small meter to begin with. So overall, very tiny. When you turn it into volts mode, it does default to AC, so I'm going to hit that select switch and bring it into DC volt. Now as well, we're going to change the range. I'm going to make it a millivolt. And there you are. Now we are in millivolt mode. So we should be looking at 250 millivolts. Look at that, spot on. Okay, now we're going to switch from millivolt to standard volts. And you're going to see what happens. So we're getting an audible alarm telling us that, hey, this is it. Too much for the millivolt range. That's because it can only go up to 660 millivolts. So we're going to have to switch ranges again, back into standard volts, and there we go. 2.497. Should be looking at 2.5 volts, and we're almost there, just out by a hair. Love that resolution too. Resistance mode is next, and another feature I just love and wish every multimeter shipped with is the rel mode. So we're going to test the leads first of all and see if we have any resistance on these leads. And we do, about 0.2 of an ohm. Not much, but let's get rid of it by zeroing that out. And as you can see by the annunciator on the LCD display, we have reled it. Alrighty, this is an 8.25 ohm high precision metal clad resistor, 1%. Let's see how close we can get. 8.3 ohm. Pulled out the resistance decade box, and we're sitting at 1 mega ohm right now. 0.993 mega ohm coming up on the SANWA. Bring it up to 3 mega ohm. Oh, so close. 7 mega ohm. I'm sorry, 6 mega ohm. I'm always miscounting that one. Okay, let's try 100K. Oh yeah, spot on. 100K, loving it. 110K. Oh yeah. What about 111? Beauty. And you can see how quick this is to come to a reading as well. Nice and fast. No fluttering. PM33A is powered by two LR03 1.5 volt batteries. So I'm not sure what to expect in terms of a diode, but I guess we're soon going to find out. Here we go. Put it into diode mode. Starting off with the green LED. Oh, it is so barely lit. Oh, and we have a forward voltage drop, 1.8 volts. Amazing. The yellow, once again, it is lit. There's that forward voltage drop over the red LED. Beauty. So far, 3 for 3. Wow, those little 3 volts here is definitely doing a job. The blue, it is lit, but we are not getting any output. Finally, the white LED, it is lit, but we're not getting that forward voltage bias. So 3 out of 5 in terms of the light illumination, as well as giving us a forward voltage drop indication. 5 out of 5 for overall lighting them up. Beautiful. Was not expecting it on this little hybrid. Loving it. According to the SANWA CD732, 2.9 volts, the output voltage in diode mode with the little PM33A Hybrid. Wow. Alrighty, Aphrodite, it is that time again. It is continuity time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, by the way, look at those test leads. Look at those gorgeous gold-plated SANWA test leads. If that doesn't put a smile on your face. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. Wow. Loud, latched. Amazing. Honestly, for me, that's a 5 out of 5. .0 dBA is the maximum output in continuity mode. Finally, capacitance is next. Remember, this has a 66 millifarad, 66,000 microfarad capacity. So here we go. Starting off with a 10 millifarad cap. Let's see how quick it is. It's thinking we're now in the millifarad range. Come on, baby. 9.33. Hey, that was what? 4 seconds? Excellent. That was 10 millifarad. All right, next up we have a 40 millifarad, actually 47 millifarad. Make sure we got it in properly. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Millifarad mode already, it's nice and fast. 41.97, that is spot on for this calf. Excellent. Well, you know what? It did say 66 millifarad, but hey, let's live on the edge. 100 millifarad time. Will it do it? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I have not tried this. Here we go. Alrighty. It's thinking. It's now in millifarad mode. Oh my goodness. Will it put a smile on her face? Millifarad. Millifarad. We want to see 100 or something close to it. And nothing. Oops. Yeah, so, well, no can do for that millifarad mode. For 100 millifarad, rather. No problem. It's well within spec. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. Hey, excellent. Next up is current mode. Hey, what would a clamp test be without current? The little hybrid PM33A sitting right now at 1.3 amps. According to the long way power supply, it's pushing out 1.27 amps. Now, I did put this against a key sight, and the long way is pretty well spot on. So it's a true value what we're looking at right now. So good job, SANWA. Let's increase that current, shall we? 2.67 amps, showing us as 2.8 Okay, oops, so my fault. Now 2.87, coming up as 2.9 on the PM33A. Let's bring it up. 4.08 amps, 4.1, up and away, 5.1 amps, 5.2 coming up on the SANWA. 7.50 spot on the long way, 7.5 for the SANWA. And finally, let's max it out. 10.34 amps, 10.3 for the SANWA. Beauty. Definitely spot on in terms of high current. Now that is unfortunately as high as I can go, but let's go down the other way. Down, down, and down. 750 milliamps, 0.8 for the SANWA. 520, okay, 360.36 amps, 0.5. So we're starting to lose a little bit of that resolution as we get lower. That's going back and forth. All right. How low can you go? 260 milliamps. Fluttering between 300 and 400 on the SANWA. Yeah, let's go. 0.09 amps. 0.1. So we do lose some of that accuracy as we get a little lower in the milliamp range. But all things considered, hey, job well done. Take a quick look at the max min feature. We're sitting at 5.8 volts right now, and the correlation is there for the SANWA. Now I'm going to hit that max min button, and I'm going to increase that voltage a little bit. 6.01 amps and 6.18. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the max annunciator coming up on the SANWA. I'm going to bring that voltage down a little bit. Let's see here. So we're at 4.6 amps right now. So we still have that 6.17. That was our maximum voltage output. Hit that max min again, and you can see 4.6. 4.6 correlates with the power supply. So that is now our minimum. So really handy dandy feature to have on any multimeter, especially nice on this small little hybrid. Alrighty, it's teardown time. I've got the battery compartment housing off, 2 Phillips screws, and it nicely goes into a couple of metal inserts. Nice to see. There's our 2 AAA batteries that power this little bundle of joy. Alright, so let's go a little bit further now. So we had 2 more Phillips screws at the top here. Those come off nicely, and this should just come right off. And oh yeah, there you go. Starting off with the back of the assembly, we have our standard piezo. And yeah, that's it. That's all. No shielding. That's too bad. But really, that is it. ABS plastic. Yeah, not much else going on there. Here we are on the back of the SANWA now, and as you can see, very nice and clean, small PCB to match the small size of the meter. Look at that current clamp mechanism. That is steel, folks. No plastic going on here. Nice steel. That is long-term goodness. Here we have our connecting wires for the current clamp sensor inside there. And oh yeah, at the bottom here we have 1 PTC as well. And that is on the voltage side of things. Here at the top as well, you can see we have our little spring mechanism that is for the piezo conductor. And look at that again. Look at the standoffs. Nicely machined metal going into metal. So no matter how many times you take apart this meter, although you shouldn't really have to take it apart at all, no worries here. Excellent, excellent. As well as we have a trim pot over here, a VR3. Up close here we have the test leads. They are soldered in nice and solid. Our positive and negative test lead right there. I see obviously on the other side of the board, but in a nutshell you get a pretty good general idea of the quality. Once again, that SANWA is giving the end user. Okay, I'm going to put everything back together and come back with my closing thoughts. What can I say? SANWA quality shines through yet again. this small little hybrid multimeter / clamp meter does it all, and it does it all really, really well. Packed full of features, packed full of high quality build. This thing is an amazing little instrument. Now, this is not a cheap meter. It retails for anywhere between $150 and $200. So yeah, you are going to have to open up that wallet if you want one. If you decide to take the plunge, though, rest assured you won't be disappointed. I've had this meter for a while now, and I love it. In fact, I use it all the time. Extremely accurate, solidly made. Yes, it's made in China, not in Japan, but don't let that get you down. You are definitely getting Japanese quality. The SANWA PM33A Hybrid gets a solid 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah, this is one of my favorite meters ever. I really, really love this instrument. Hey, thanks for watching this review, everybody. SANWA Week continues. Till the next one, keep on testing.